Jury selection started today in the trial of Oath Keepers founder North Texan Stewart Rhodes and 4 co-defendants for their role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Defense attorneys asked for a change of venue, arguing they cannot get a fair jury in Washington, D.C. But the federal judge said no to moving the case out of the nation's capital. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has more on the jury selection process. Sean.
Yeah, Clarice, and one reason he said no is that 40% of the 150 people or so who filled out the jury questionnaire said they had never even heard about the Oath Keepers. Now, many have been dismissed by both sides because they can do so for cause. But not everyone who's even heard something negative about the Oath Keepers are being immediately released from service, including the woman who told the court she heard they were a right-wing anti-government group, but also told the judge that she was able to check her biases.
In a case of this nature, there's really nowhere to go.
Because, says former U.S. Attorney Paul Coggins, the publicity has been everywhere for more than a year. A mob overrunning the Capitol.
We need to hold the doors of the Capitol.
Overwhelming officers, overtaking offices, temporarily disrupting the election certification process.
I think the court will take, a good amount of time to select a jury where members convince the court, at least, even if they can't convince both sides, that they'll be able to listen to the evidence and make a decision based upon the evidence that they hear and the instructions they get from the court.
Granbury's Stewart Rhodes, prosecutors say, with his co-defendants, conspired to take up arms to defend former President Donald Trump. And even though Rhodes did not enter the Capitol, the government will try to convince jurors that he was orchestrating the attack on the Capitol around the time of the riot through phone records and videos. Constitutional law attorney David Cole.
It's a challenge in a conspiracy type case about this. It's easy to show a bunch of people are doing the same thing, proving somebody's specific role in it, particularly when you're saying they were something of a ringleader. You've got to, take every step, and all it takes is for one not to work for you to get a judgment of acquittal.
I need court support.
More than 900 people have been charged in the Capitol riot. 400 plus have pleaded guilty or been convicted. But the case against the far-right Oath Keepers stands out. Rhodes and his co-defendants, the first to face the serious sedition charge that can carry a 20-year federal prison sentence if jurors believe the government.
It's a high-stakes trial. I mean, the government, obviously what happened on January 6th is a really big deal. And so we've had prosecutions with sort of the minor players so far and plea agreements and that sort of thing. But the government believes there was leadership, it was organized, and this is the trial where they're going to put all that on the table. They can either prove it or they can't.
So let me tell you why it's such a high-stakes trial. There are 5 defendants, and guess what? The verdicts do not have to be unanimous. They can be mixed, some guilty, some not guilty even. Not only that, but there are other defendants waiting to face this same seditious conspiracy charge. Whether they fight at trial or try to get a plea bargain depends on what happens over the next 6 to 7 weeks. That's how long this trial is expected to last. It's big for the government. It's been since 1995 that the government has actually won a conviction on a seditious conspiracy charge.